Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Anthony Fesmire. In this video, we're going to check out E and A form dominant 7th chords on the guitar. Now, if you haven't checked out my previous videos on E and A form bar chords, I recommend that you check those out as a foundation for this particular video. Now, dominant 7th chords, when you see them in music, are easy to recognize. You'll have a note name followed by a 7. So, for example, E7, A7, B flat as a note name, 7. F sharp as a note name, 7. So B flat 7 or F sharp 7, for example. So let's go ahead and learn the E forms first. I'm going to start here with just my basic open E chord. And then I'm going to turn this chord into a dominant 7th chord. And the way that I do that is I pick up finger number 3. So instead of playing the note here on the 3rd fret, I'm now playing the open D string. That's the note that I need to make this a dominant 7th chord. So here's an open E7 chord. Now to turn this into a bar chord, I need to reposition my finger so I can get that first finger as a bar. So I'm going to take my 2nd finger and place it on the 1st fret of the G string. I'm going to take my 3rd finger and place it on the 2nd fret of the A string. This is the same E7 chord that I played with my 1st and 2nd finger. Now I'm just using my 2nd and 3rd fingers. If I move this up by 1 fret and then bar at the 1st fret, now I have that dominant 7 chord shape in the E form. This happens to be an F7 chord, and I recognize that based off of where my 1st finger is on the low E string. So here on the low E string, I'm playing an F note, so this therefore is an F dominant 7 chord. Now it's important to know all of the notes on the low E string to be able to name all of these different chords. If I move this up with my 1st finger on the 2nd fret, now I have an F sharp or a G flat here with my 1st finger. So this could be called F sharp 7 or G flat 7. Move it up again. Now my 1st finger is on a G, so this is a G7 chord. Move it up again. Now my 1st finger is on A flat or G sharp, so this is A flat 7 or G sharp 7. Move it up again, A7, etc. So those are the E form chords. Now let's go ahead and check out the A form dominant 7 chords. I will first go ahead and start with just a nice open A chord. Now if I pick up my middle finger, here I'm using fingers 1, 2, and 3, all within the 2nd fret for the open A chord. If I pick up my middle finger, it changes the note here on the 2nd fret of the G string to the open note, an open G note, which is the 7th of the chord. That's the note that I need for that chord. Now I have an A dominant 7 chord. Now to turn this into a bar chord, I'm going to go ahead and put my pinky on the 2nd fret of the B string. I'm going to go ahead and put my 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. This is the same chord that I was playing here with my 1st and 3rd fingers. By the way, I could also play that open A7 chord with my 1st and 2nd. It's a common way to play that. But in the case of what we're doing here to get to the bar chords, I'm going to again use my 3rd finger and my 4th finger. So here's the A7. Now if I move those up 1 fret, both fingers are now in the 3rd fret. I'm going to place my bar over at the 1st fret. Now I have a B flat or an A sharp dominant 7. And I know that because the roots of these chords will be on the A string. So it's important to know the notes of the A string in order to identify these chords. If I move this up 1 fret, now my 1st finger on the A string is on a B note. So this is a B7 chord. Move it up again, my 1st finger is on a C. So this is C7. Move it up again, my 1st finger is on C sharp, or we could call it D flat. So either C sharp 7 or D flat 7 would be an appropriate name for this chord. Move it up again, I have D7, and I could continue up to find all the different dominant 7 chord possibilities with the root on the A string.